Patch 24.0 is out, so let's take a look together at what all the new stuff is for Hearthstone Battlegrounds. Now, this is a huge patch because it's a 0.0 patch. For Hearthstone Battlegrounds, we already know we're getting a new hero, but I assume most of this is going to be like for the standard launch. This is actually pretty big. We're getting new emotes for Hearthstone, so for Battlegrounds, I should say. This is something that was suggested quite a bit because right now we have these standard emotes that everyone has. Now these look pretty well in theme, of course, of the new standard expansion. Now I want to see how you can obtain these. Starting with the patch, all players will have access to the base Battlegrounds emotes, which I assume are the emotes that we have right now. Players will also be able to obtain special emotes that they can equip over the base emotes in their Battlegrounds collection, so it's just like cosmetics. The first set of Battlegrounds emotes, Mystery Mayhem, will be a collection of Natria, and murder mystery themed emotes that will be available 1 week after the expansion goes live. Whether you're sweating like a suspect or casually sipping on some tea, it's got just the emote for you. So I guess that's a nice addition, doesn't really like change the game too much. Now the new hero, Heistbaron Togwaggle. So more heroes added to the game, nothing being taken out, the pool is ever expanding, but I've made my peace with it at this point. A 9 gold hero power, this is most expensive thing we've ever seen. The perfect crime: steal all minions in Bob's Tavern. Each turn your next hero power costs 1 less. Yeah, every turn this should go down to 8, 7, 6 gold until you use it. Now death comments, this is at the end of each recruit phase, so yeah, at the end of each turn it will go down. The cost of your next hero power reduced by 1. Each time you use this hero power, it will reset back to 9 gold. So unlike Pyramid, where every turn it stacks up +1/+1/+1, and as soon as you start using it, you know, it doesn't stack anymore at the end of that turn. This is different. As soon as you use this, it will go back to 9, which is good because it would be absolutely broken to just steal full taverns, you know, for free basically. Now, early game, this is nuts, right? If you just wait until, probably when you go tier 3, because, or tier 2, you still have 4 units in the shop. I think tier 3, you still have 4. When you go to tier 4, you have 5 units in the shop. And tier 6, you have 6. I think that's how shop size works. So maybe if you go to tier 4, you can press this and get a free hand basically. So early on you're gonna have a big spike turn. You'll be able to just for a little gold get a lot of cards, a lot of econ. But the issue is late game, I don't see this being that good. So at some point end game you just press this whenever you get free money. It's not gonna be as great, and that is not good. Like, we see a lot of heroes that are good early on, that have good tempo, good strength, or even economy early on, but as long as they have a hero power that also works late game, they could be good. So I'm a little bit scared that this is gonna be something annoying to face early on. They have a big spike, you figure they're bored with all of these free cards. But late game, they have no way to snowball. They have no way to make use of this hero power. Like, they get maybe some extra econ, but compared to Gallywix and compared to other heroes that can spike way harder and continue spiking and continue snowballing late game, I don't see this winning a lot of these. I see this being more of a top 4 hero, more of a hero that maybe wants to power level. I guess you could go to tier 4 early on. Oh yeah, going 4 on 4 and then pressing your hero power and stealing the entire shop of 4 drops. That's a cool strat. That's something I'm gonna try. So yeah, it's a hero that needs maybe a specific playstyle. You need to be good at the early mid game and know how to transition. So it's gonna be, I think, a decently high skill hero, but we'll see. I don't think it's S tier. I think it's gonna be A or B tier, somewhere in the middle of the pack. Maybe we can see how much armor this hero is gonna get, and then we kind of know what the devs think the power level of this hero will be, although I don't think it's mentioned here. So players with the perks will have access already, but on August 9 everyone else will be able to use this hero as well. Now Lich King, Sneed, and Edwin Van Cleef can now all target minions in Bob's Tavern as well as friendly minions, so they can now just use their hero power on cards in Bob's Tavern, which I guess is whatever, not a big deal. And Minion Updates, Red Whelp, the shittiest card in the game, the shittiest thing to triple, shittiest one drop, is now a 2/2, so it's still a bad card. I don't want to take a 2/2 that deals 1 damage. Whelp is just not great. I don't think this is gonna make it see play. It's gonna bump up the win rate a little. The card is of course better, but I'm still not gonna be willingly taking Red Whelps in the shop, I'm pretty sure. Chromawing has been reworked and returned to the pool, so in case you didn't know, Evolving Chromawing was removed because of Cookie. Cookie was able to switch the attack and the health, meaning you could just boost his attack super high, swap it, and suddenly you have a Battle Master with insanely high health. So they decided to keep Cookie, but instead rework Chromawing, and it is now a 1/1. After you upgrade your Tavern tier, gain +1/+1 for each friendly dragon. That's awful. I mean, it's pretty bad. The old Chromawing was good because it stacked on itself, so the attack would double, then double again, so it just compounds, it snowballs on its own. This thing doesn't. It's not the more you tavern, the insanely big it gets. No, you need a bunch of dragons on your tavern tier, and then when you level, let's say you have like 3 other dragons or 4 other dragons, it gets +3, +3, or +4, +4. So that's not great. Like maybe on some turns it could be decent tempo, but no, you have to play like double Whelp and then Chromawing, and this becomes a 3/3. And then you level, it becomes a 5/5. No thank you. I don't think this card will see much play, if at all. And I think they really butchered this. So I'm pretty sad to see Chromawing now in the grave. And that was actually it for Battlegrounds. I'm going to take a look at bugs real quick to see if anything changed in the game. But yeah, this is mercenaries and then just... Whoa, that's a lot of mercenary stuff. You can now hold spacebar to continuously open packs. I know this was a heavily requested thing for so long for standard, so there you go. So nothing for Battlegrounds. I don't think there was a pressing issue with Battlegrounds right now, except for, well, the basic visual bugs that have been there in the game since the beginning, which is like the gold animation and the where my camera is there. The gold sometimes shows up when you even spent it already. Small details like that, but nothing major. So I think the main changes is dragons on tier 1 are kind of shit. They're back. We got a new hero, which is interesting. And mainly this new cosmetic got introduced. Greasebot is not nerfed, so Greasebot will still be dominating the meta. I think the game will still play relatively the same. So in case you were wondering or hoping this would shake up the playstyle of Battlegrounds, sorry, that's not gonna happen. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you're new here, don't forget to follow if you want to catch more videos like these. Don't forget to follow or subscribe, whatever. And I'll catch you in the next video.